Hey guys, got in a new bipod here. This is coming from MidTen, and it has a couple features on it that are pretty unique, and I thought you guys might be interested in learning about them. But I figured we'll do a real quick unboxing, then we'll go over all the features and specifications. So pretty plain looking box here. And this is how it's packaged. So the majority of it is the bipod itself here. We do have a manual in here. MidTen, compatible with M-LOK. It looks like there are a couple colors available. Some information about basically how to mount it. I'm kind of giving away some of the features, but that's okay. And then we have an Allen key, it appears, and then some extra, I believe, T-nuts. Yeah, there's some on there already, so they give you 2 extras in case you lose your first 2. And that is everything. All right, let's get this bipod out and take a closer look at things. Just kind of give some close-ups here. So just like right out of the box, initial impressions is the thing feels very beefy, but not heavy, if that makes sense. I know that it's constructed out of aluminum and then some type of polymer. It does have rubber feet on it. I believe that there has to be some type of other metals here. I don't think everything is aluminum. There's probably some type of steel or something in here as well. So yeah, these legs are aluminum, but the things for like the adjustments, that's steel. The hardware here is some kind of steel. This little thing through here is some kind of steel, but this up here is aluminum. The other hardware there, like the T-nuts, are some type of steel. So it's a combination of polymers, aluminum, and steel. Grab you guys a weight on it. 11.1 ounces. So actually very lightweight. We'll talk about the height here in a bit, but just kind of as it is, if you were to mount this onto your rifle, you're probably going to be adding about 7.5 inches, either going out or back in towards you. So as I mentioned earlier, this is designed for an M-LOK rail or handguard. I do not know if they make it for Picatinny. There's probably, if they don't, there's probably somebody who makes like a Picatinny and M-LOK type of adapter, but designed for M-LOK. So this is one of the interesting features about this bipod. Imagine your rifle's on here, and I will demonstrate this later for you guys, but your rifle's sitting on here, okay, and you need to be able to like pan left and right. You can just loosen this knob here, and basically this thing will now turn 360 degrees. It'll spin all the way around, but I'm just trying to demonstrate it for you so that you can get an idea. The other cool thing is that once you are loosened up, you can actually tilt this thing to each side as well. And I think those might be around 15-degree increments. So you're at 0 degrees here, and then I think you can go 15 and then 30. So here's another feature that I haven't seen before. Imagine that this is mounted to your rifle, okay? And say that you have to run with your rifle, or you're in like a heavily wooded area or a bunch of brush. Most of these do not lock when you have them up like this. And so the idea is that you could quickly just push on it, and then it takes it down to the 90-degree position, and then it locks in place there. All right. I've actually had these where I have been walking like around the range, and they're supposed to be in this position here, and they actually will start like coming down on their own a little bit, which I didn't want. So MidTen has actually designed this to where there's 5 like locking, almost like lugs through here. So we're at, let's just say a 90-degree angle right now. Well, I can stop this, and it gives me another platform to shoot it at 45 degrees if I want, and that's locked in place. And then I can also go up to basically a 0 degree and have it there. I've also had other bipods where it only went that 90 degrees. So you start here and it would only go to there. And then you had to decide, do you want to put your legs facing out away from you or turn it so that the legs come back and face towards you? I almost always run mine out. It just gives me more hand room and stuff. But this one here, you don't have to decide that because you can actually go either way with it. So if you want, you can be here, or you can just swing this back this way. And again, it locks everything into place. So you don't have to decide which way you want to put it. And I obviously haven't used this yet, but the lugs seem like they lock really well here. It's very solid. It's a real positive engagement when you use that. As far as the legs go, there are actually 6 positions ranging from 7.8 inches at the shortest position, so that's how much clearance you're going to have, all the way up to 10.6 inches in the highest position. There's a little button right here. You just depress that and then slide to whatever you want, lock it in place. So, and then there's some notches here that will show you. So we're in 6 right now, and then we'll slide this, it'll lock in place. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then finally the shortest position. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get it mounted to the rifle here. Just so YouTube knows, I'm working with completely safe, unloaded firearm, and that by adding this bipod, it doesn't alter or modify this rifle in any way. It doesn't make it do something other than what it was originally designed to do. Alright, got that mounted. That was quick and easy. I did mention earlier in the video that it doesn't technically matter which direction you mount it because you can go, either way with the legs. Personally, I like to have the button for my legs on the front. It's just a me thing. But that way when I bring these down, I can grab onto that and slide it down from the front. I don't know, it's just the way I've always put all my bipods on. So I like the buttons up on top here facing away. Alright guys, out at the range this morning with that MidTen swivel bipod. I'm out here doing some testing on some other stuff, so I figured this would be a good chance to kind of show you guys how this thing works as well. Alright, so I had an opportunity to use the bipod and just want to share some of my thoughts with you guys on it. Overall, I think it performed really well. It was very sturdy. The rubber feet on the bottom of it seemed to hold it in place really well. The table that I was shooting from, it can be a little bit slippery, and I didn't have any type of movement at all. Again, I was only shooting a 22, so there's not a whole lot of recoil or anything like that as it is, but those tables are slippery. And I can definitely see the benefit of having something swivel and tilt like this. Even at the range, if you have multiple targets set up, whether they're paper or steel or whatever, being able to easily just rotate your rifle to those different targets is really nice. Or even if you were set up in a hunting blind in the window or the ledge of it, being able to quickly and easily be able to track your target. I'm not sure if I showed it earlier in the video. I know I talked about it, but again, you can go either direction with it. You know, if you want your legs coming back this way, you can, you know, or you can go all the way back the opposite way, which is the way I prefer to have mine on there. That way I can keep my hand on the handguard, but can run it either way. Couple quick little tips. So it does lock when it's up and down, you know, either direction. But if you pull this one down first, it kind of gets in the way almost of getting your hand. It's kind of awkward to get back behind here to hit that button to bring the other one down. So what I've started doing is I will come around like this and grab this one and pull it down first and then deploy the second one. You know, it does take a little bit longer than just slapping them down, but it's only a couple seconds. And then the second thing to kind of caution you on is if you do have like the swivel part loosened, do not leave your rifle unattended. Just the slightest little bump, it can cause the whole thing to shift and move on you. So if you're setting this down on your bench or whatever, tighten this back up to make sure that your rifle doesn't tilt over then. But overall, I really like it, and I think it's a really great idea. At the time of me recording this video, they're coming in around $58 on Amazon. They do have a couple different colors available, and I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to find out more information or pick one up. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.